Welcome back to Let's Play Metal Gear Solid 3. Snake is coming over to this, I guess it's an old church, in order to pick up his weapons. We should meet Otacon here. Ah, that can't be good. Always some little robot, isn't there?
It's me, Snake. Snake, it's me.
Huh? Otacon.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Snake. Allow me to introduce Metal Gear Mark II.
Metal Gear.
That's right. Just like Rex. But this gear's not a weapon. It's a remote mobile terminal designed to provide you with operational support.
Where are you?
I'm in the Nomad. Where else? I'll be watching you through the Mark II.
Wish I was good with gadgets.
Hey, I'll be with you in spirit. Anyway, because you had to dress up as a militiaman, I had the Mark II bring you some goodies. Starting with this. Put it on your left eye.
Looks like an eye patch.
I call it the Solid Eye. It's an all-purpose goggle that displays radar images and other data in 3D. You can also switch it over to light-amplifying night vision.
The rebels are out there.
It looks like they've got the government's PMC troops beat, at least in numbers.
And this is their home turf.
Snake, I know this is a sneaking mission, but you'll need to protect yourself.
An operator.
I installed a suppressor. And here's a tranquilizer gun.
How thoughtful.
It predates the implementation of the system. By some miracle, it was never recycled. It's getting tough these days finding decent guns that aren't controlled.
You coming?
Of course. I'll follow you wherever you go, like this. I'll activate stealth so it doesn't attract any attention. If you need it, just bring up the start button menu.
Got it.
Snake, the informants who said they saw liquid here should be a little further up. Head for the rendezvous point. I've placed a mark on the radar in the upper right corner of the Solid Eye. It's a war zone out there. Stay on your toes.
Snake, you've got to rendezvous with our informants. Listen, the fighting around you is getting more intense. Use radar and the Mark II to make your job easier.
Okay, we have control of everything again. And we have a few extra little things here. We have the Solid Eye, which is a pretty awesome thing. It not only gives you the night vision goggles, kind of things that we had in the previous games, but it also gives you the ability to zoom in, like the old binoculars, and even better is the ability to recognize the ID chips of soldiers and their weapons, so you can identify the kind of stuff that they're carrying before you reach them. I think it's pretty cool. Now, the Metal Gear Mark II does have the ability to defend itself. You see him taking down these soldiers and zapping them with its little arm. Unfortunately, it doesn't really have that great of a range, so you're going to have to get pretty close to people before you can use Metal Gear Mark II to take anyone down. It can also pick up their weapons, even though we can't really use them yet. Other than that, we got some other equipment. We have an operator, which is it's a match grade model 1911 pistol with 45 caliber ACP. I guess that's 7 or 8 rounds per cartridge, per magazine. And it's basically going to be serving as Snake's weapon of choice, or pistol of choice anyway, throughout the rest of the game. Anytime you see a cutscene with him holding a pistol, it's going to be this operator. Now, Otacon had made a comment about how it's becoming harder and harder to find quality firearms anymore because everything is becoming ID tagged. And somehow this had managed to avoid the system of getting recycled or melted down or having an ID chip inserted into it or something like that. Jeez, stuff's getting crazy. Okay, they pulled up an APC. Now, I could just let this go. I don't actually have to kill any of these people. And Otacon had made a note of how, in the earlier episodes, that neither side is Snake's enemy in this case, so we don't really have any purpose of going around and killing either side. But if you just run out there and start shooting at the lunatic, both sides are going to try and kill you. So something you can do is do what I'm doing here and aid the rebels to attacking the PMCs. This makes it so the militiamen are not attacking Snake whenever they see him, which is a big help. Also, having the militia on your side means when you're trying to push your way through the PMCs, they are going to help you. There aren't that many occasions where it's going to happen, but there are points where a strong enough militia will overwhelm the PMCs, and you can do a pretty good, easy job of moving through there, moving through the battlefield. And I picked up an RPG-7, which we used to destroy that EPC. Another non-ID tagged weapon. Okay, I was taking this thing around.
You're about to send the Mark II out of range. Watch out!
That's convenient, isn't it? You could see pretty much this is the effective range of the Metal Gear Mark II. Can't go too far. And funny little thing is when Snake is controlling it, he's holding a 6-axis or a DualShock 3, controlling the Mark II. This isn't really necessary. I'm just, oh nice, the battle's still going on. I like how the environments are more open now than they were before. You no longer have a very narrow path in which you have to go from one end to the other. Now in reality, there is really only one good way of making one end of the map to the other. But you can choose almost any way you want. There we go. I don't think I did it in this playthrough, but there's a codec conversation you can have with Otacon, which he asks Snake when he had learned CQC, which was the fighting style that Big Boss and the boss used in Metal Gear Solid 3. And that's because when you look at Metal Gear Solid, the earlier Metal Gear games, Metal Gear Solid 2, you see Snake fighting, and he doesn't do the judo throws, or the short punches and kicks, or anything like that. So it's a completely different fighting style than what he's done before. And Snake's answer for that is a little bit of a weird one. He says he didn't want to use the fighting style of a traitor, meaning Big Boss taught him CQC, and then he decided willingly to just simply not use it because he didn't respect the guy that had taught it to him. Which doesn't really make a lot of sense. Honestly, I think they probably could have just ignored that little plot hole and no one would have given a crap. But we got Snake running around doing his CQC on everyone. The system in this game for the close quarters combat is better than it was in Metal Gear Solid 3. In that one, I had a tendency to occasionally do the wrong attack. Specifically, if I was taking a person hostage and trying to interrogate them, I had a weird tendency of cutting their throats instead of interrogating them. But it worked well enough to do like
pretty dark in there. Switch the solid eye to night vision mode.
It did a pretty good job of downing enemies really quickly. And it does that just as well in this game, but the other things are a little bit better. Okay, now you see these militia guys. Since I was helping them out on the battlefield, they do not want to just shoot me as soon as they see me. They'll let me pass right through them. Now, if I had gone and gunned them down just the same as the militia, or just the same as the PMCs, they would be trying to kill Snake here. And it would be possible to disguise myself as one of them. There's a militia costume somewhere around here. Haha. Something you should take note though. The other way does not help. In the event that you decide to take the PMC side and attack the militia, the PMCs will not give a crap. They will attack you regardless. So really the only way that could work out is if you help the militia instead of the PMC, or attack both of them indiscriminately. It's all up to your playstyle. If you like a little bit more action, just gun everyone down. It's perfectly fine. These guys look sick. They'll probably be fine. A lot of weird, good stuff hanging around in this room today. Jeez. This place is about to cave in. Maybe we shouldn't hang out here for very long. Something to note though, when you're using the solid eye with night vision mode, it makes a sound.
What's going on?
And there were a few points in the game where that sound is loud enough to alert enemy soldiers to Snake's presence.
Their appearance may be strange, but they demonstrated incredible combat abilities. We've already lost several units to them.
What are you guys talking about? What is this thing?
One of them does indeed.
Jeez.
Capable of flight. At the same time, it also maintains control over several. Hey, you! Come with me. What? What's going on? Things look bad up top. We need more bodies.
We need more bodies.
Okay, let's go. Follow me. Oh, it's you again.
Usually, no matter how many soldiers of either side of the conflict you kill, there will always be more. There are occasional points when, say, the PMCs will go and overwhelm, or rather the militia will go and overwhelm the PMCs, and they'll shout, "We did it," blah blah blah, and the battle's pretty much over. But for the most part, they will just continue to pour in. Now, at about 14 and a half minutes, I'm going to bring this one to a close, because in the next episode, we're going to have a pretty long cutscene. So thanks for watching.